There's no future without a past, that's for sure. And as an amateur historian, I think it's a little hobby reading, at the same time using that experience of connecting the past with the future. When I was a student and studying economic history, I just found it absolutely fascinating how more and more things became possible. You know, we go back to whatever, the discovery of how to make fire, and then suddenly people could cook, and then all the way through in more modern times how railways started to help retail develop because people could travel longer distance and the car came along. So in my time in this world, we've seen lots and lots of changes that have created globalization. And I realize that in this instant world that we have now, a lot of the younger generations almost think there's no past. But in luxury, it's all about real people selling things, real people buying things. Whether it's online or offline, is still very important that it's a people business. It's not like in finance where it's all numbers on a page. This is real transactions. Goods are made, goods are delivered, goods are then presented to customers, and they go home and enjoy the product. So the provenance is really important. So despite how boring it might seem to the newer generations of talking about experience, in my day has a relevance to the future, because you need to see where things have come from in order for the new generation to take it forward. I think the name is self-explanatory. It took a few tries to find that right balance, that right name that would resonate, whether you are an English speaker, a French speaker, a Chinese speaker, a Japanese speaker. It's easy to translate. And thinking about that, I think when you look at the word, you can think, oh, I think I know what this is about. It's people talking about their experience, which will be true. Like all good names, it takes a while to out of many tries to come up with a name, as I say, and it flows very well. But in talking about that, and I would not claim myself to be an academic expert in Asian languages, but I have a passable reading level of Chinese and Japanese, and enough to concern local people that I can understand more than I can. And I really thought about, it's about I. And then with colleagues here at Voices of Experience, we started to shorten the name to Vo. And Vo sounds like wo, and wo means I in Japanese, I'm sorry, in Chinese. And then I started to think, the character for I is two elements to it. It's a tool to do something. So it has a circle around it as well. So actually I fit it into the O of Voices of Experience. So when you look at that logo there, look at it closely. That is the Chinese character for I. I as in me, not I as in I. So that's really important for those that do see it. And I think a lot of our audience is going to be people, probably most of them are going to be people in their markets, and a large part of the luxury world these days are people based in Asia, and they will understand that the Voice of Experience is about putting tools into your hands and taking it forward yourself. I'm not a very creative person. I just enjoy improving other people's creativity. I have a lot of connections, and I know Rachel from the past. She knows many people that I know, and she introduced me to Daniel, and then introduced me to you. So Hong Kong is all about connections. Sounds like a line from the tourist board. It probably is, but that's how it is. It's through the connections that I have, but also the luxury brands in Hong Kong, particularly in the fashion, the watches and jewelry side, are very close-knit, because we all have offices close to each other by the very nature of what Hong Kong is. It's not spread out like Paris or London or New York. It's very intense. So we see each other quite often. So it's a very close-knit community. So that's really how it all happened. Social media is important. And in the early stage, we also discussed whether this should take a written form. And we decided no. People read less and less, and their attention spans get less and less. So we've got to find somewhere in between the sort of Instagram, sort of instant visual, if you like, and the reading format as well. So I think Voices of Experience, where we've got people who are talking about their experience and hoping to inspire others, is the best format. So it will go out on professional social media. We're here in Paris today, and the base is Hong Kong, and Hong Kong being an open international place, everybody transits through Hong Kong. Many of the luxury brands for Asia are based in Hong Kong for many good reasons. It's a bilingual place. It's also a place where the finance people and the corporate people can easily set up. So it's a trading port as well. So Hong Kong, Paris, New York is very, very important, and perhaps in London as well. But those are the four key cities with the emphasis, I think, on North America out of New York. And that's where the home of luxury is for New York, for the United States is in New York. And then primarily otherwise in Hong Kong. I think it's also about movement. I don't think post-COVID the opportunities should be for people to take passive roles, sitting at home, just simply using their expertise and advising. I think the most effective way to enjoy what you do and to deliver to your employer is to get out there and take the initiative to the field. It's my dream to see more globalization. We see a lot of movement in the past 10 years from the centers of luxury in Europe, particularly Milan and Paris, and London to a certain extent, coming out to Asia. I'd like to see the movement the other way. I'm beginning to see that. So talents that have been born and bred in Asia, moving to Milan and Paris, so there's cross-fertilization there. My dream is to start to see cross-fertilization with the United States as well, which I haven't seen. We talk about the glass ceilings in terms of male versus female, for example, and luxury is, and I'm very pleased to say, is not discriminatory in that way. I think there are, in my experience as well, a greater number of female executives. But there is a glass ceiling. It is that last couple of rungs on the ladder has been closed to them. So people that have worked well at middle management level, they're totally bilingual. They can speak English, they often speak French, and they can speak one or two Asian languages, suddenly find that somebody jumps over them. So what I'm really hoping to inspire is that take the opportunity, the people in Asia who are ambitious and capable, take those opportunities at head office in Paris and Milan, get some experience there, and then come back and get the top jobs in Asia, because then you'll have everything. You will understand the DNA of the brand that you work for and the history and the culture, as well as having all the skills and experience in Asia, because that's where you have come from as well.